Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Evening Podcast for August 13th, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. First, in a surprising turn of events, Standard Bank has reported a substantial increase in earnings, despite the ongoing U.S.-Iran conflict and its impact on the global economy. The bank's success is attributed to fee growth and higher trading revenue. In Australia, Foreign Minister Penny Wong is set to deliver a powerful speech emphasizing the importance of multiculturalism in fostering strong regional relationships and promoting national resilience. This comes amid rising tensions, sparked by divisive comments from Pauline Hanson, which have been perceived as undermining the nation's diversity. Meanwhile, in Zambia, voters have cast their ballots in a presidential election that will determine not only the country's future, but also have implications for the global economy. The incumbent president, Hakainde Hichilema, is seeking a second term and faces 13 other candidates. The outcome of this election is highly anticipated, with results expected on Monday. These stories highlight the complex and interconnected nature of our world, where events in one region can have far-reaching consequences for businesses, individuals, and nations alike. We'll continue to monitor these developments and bring you updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Good evening from our newsroom. First, in Russia, the leader of the country's only registered anti-war party, Yabloko, has vowed to continue pushing for change despite increased pressure from the authorities. The party was recently excluded from upcoming parliamentary elections, sparking concerns about the state of democracy in Russia. In another significant development, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has announced her decision to leave her post, sparking speculation about potential replacements. Several prominent figures are being considered for the role, each bringing unique skills and experiences to the table. Lastly, we're exploring the possibilities for brokering peace in the complex and ongoing conflict in Ukraine. According to a recent article in Foreign Affairs, decades of hard-won mediation experience point the way forward. Experts argue that understanding the intricacies of past mediations can inform current efforts to bring about a peaceful resolution. Finding a peaceful solution will require careful diplomacy and a deep understanding of the underlying issues. To the best of our knowledge, the situation on the ground remains volatile, with Ukrainian troops engaged in ongoing battles near the frontline town of Dobropilya. Based on the information available, it's clear that mediators should focus on building trust between the parties, establishing a framework for negotiations, and addressing the root causes of the conflict. As we navigate this complex landscape, it's crucial to maintain a balanced perspective, acknowledging the legitimate concerns of all parties involved. This is Barbara Waters reporting, and we will continue to provide updates on these developing stories as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. As we navigate the complexities of the tech industry, NVIDIA stands out as a leader in the world of artificial intelligence. With its fiscal second quarter earnings report on the horizon, analysts and investors are eagerly anticipating another stellar performance, driven by surging demand for high-performance GPUs. The introduction of NVIDIA's new Vera Rubin systems promises unprecedented processing power and reduced inference costs, further fueling the company's growth. However, potential risks associated with the global GPU shortage and its impact on profit margins must be considered. As we delve into the details of NVIDIA's Q2 earnings report, one thing is clear: the company's dominance in the AI infrastructure space shows no signs of slowing down. With a strong track record of innovation and a robust product pipeline, NVIDIA is well-positioned to continue leading the charge in the AI revolution. In related news, we've been following Micron Technology's stock performance, weighing the pros and cons of investing in a cyclical industry. Meanwhile, economic indicators such as unchanged producer prices in July and signs of labor market stability have significant implications for monetary policy and financial markets. Join us next time on the AI Daily Press for more in-depth analysis and expert insights. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, let's talk about the recent total solar eclipse that captivated the imagination of people around the globe. This rare celestial event not only presented a unique opportunity for scientists to study the sun's corona, but also served as a poignant reminder of our responsibility to care for the Earth and continue exploring the vast expanse of space that surrounds us. As we gaze up at the stars, we're reminded of the billions of galaxies that lie beyond our own, each containing billions of stars and potentially billions of planets teeming with life. In another significant development, a new vest designed to protect astronauts from harmful radiation has shown promising results in a recent test. The Astrorad vest, developed by a team of engineers, demonstrated its ability to reduce the effective radiation dose by around 60% during a simulated solar storm. This breakthrough could have major implications for future space missions, potentially extending an astronaut's career by several days. Lastly, we're going to delve into the world of commercial space exploration, where two companies, SpaceX and Rocket Lab, are making headlines with their innovative approaches and technological advancements. As investors weigh their options in the commercial space economy, the question remains, which space stock is the better buy? According to recent analysis, SpaceX appears to be pulling ahead of Rocket Lab due to its massive revenue growth, dominant position in launches, and rapidly expanding Starlink franchise. These stories not only highlight the incredible progress being made in space exploration, but also remind us of the importance of critical thinking, skepticism, and evidence-based reasoning as we strive to push the boundaries of human knowledge. As we embark on this journey of discovery, may we remain humbled by the realization that there is still so much to learn, and yet, may we also be inspired by the knowledge that the universe is full of secrets waiting to be unlocked. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Speaking to you from the world of sports, I'm Howard Closewell, and tonight, we've got a trio of exciting stories to dive into. First off, we're following a developing controversy at Louisiana State University, where the decision to give Jaden Daniels' number 1 jersey to another player without his consent has sparked outrage. As a journalist, I have to ask, what about the university's commitment to honoring its alumni and their contributions to the program? This is a story that is still unfolding, and we want to hear from you. Do you think LSU made the right decision, or should they have respected Jaden Daniels' wishes? Moving on to the world of soccer, we've got a real barn burner of a match coming up in the League's Cup. The Portland Timbers are set to take on Club Tijuana, and with both teams looking to turn things around, it's going to be a battle for the ages. This is more than just a game. It's a fight for supremacy in the League's Cup, with the top 4 MLS clubs and top 4 Liga MX clubs advancing to the quarterfinals. As your guide through this high-stakes soccer match, I can tell you that both teams are going to come out swinging. And it's going to be a night to remember. Finally, we're diving into the NFC North, where the Detroit Lions are favored to win the division, but don't count out the Minnesota Vikings just yet. With a stout defense led by defensive coordinator Brian Flores and an offense featuring the incredible Justin Jefferson, the Vikings have a strong chance of overachieving this season. Meanwhile, the Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers are expected to take a step back, with major concerns surrounding their receiving core and quarterback situations. As for the smart money, it's on Detroit to win the division and go over their win total, while Minnesota is a good bet to exceed expectations as well. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First up, there's a sense of relief in Manhattan's Soho neighborhood as it appears that plans to replace the beloved Elizabeth Street Garden with affordable housing units may be scrapped. The Garden, a 1-acre oasis created from an abandoned lot in the 1990s, has become a staple of the community and attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors each year. In other news, we're taking you to the frozen tundra of Norway's Svalbard archipelago, where a shocking incident has highlighted the importance of respecting wildlife and their habitats. A person on board a vessel was fined $1,000 for using a foghorn to wake a sleeping polar bear, a protected species in the region. And finally, we're looking at the aftermath of devastating explosions in Italy and the Netherlands, which have left a trail of destruction and claimed precious lives. As we delve into the details of these tragic events, we are reminded of the delicate balance between industry and safety, and the ever-present risk that lurks in the shadows of our daily lives. These stories and more are available to read in full on our website. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Can you believe it? The music world is abuzz with some incredible milestones and achievements. Let's start with Morgan Wallen and Ella Langley, who have both broken records on the Billboard charts. Wallen's collaboration with Langley has reached #1 on the country airplay chart, making him one of the most successful country artists in history. Meanwhile, Langley's solo song is dominating the Billboard Hot 100 chart, becoming only the 4th song to reach 11 weeks at #1. But that's not all. The Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival recently held its annual C-Suite luncheon, featuring influential culture shifters like Felicia Rashad and Tanya Lewis-Lee. The event focused on legacy and authentic representation in media, with Rashad sharing her insights on creating a lasting impact through conscious living and interaction. And if that's not enough, U2 is making history again, with their milestone 30th top 10 hit on the adult alternative airplay chart. Their new single, Street of Dreams, has broken into the top 10 in less than a month, solidifying their position as one of the most iconic bands in music. These stories are all about pushing boundaries and achieving greatness, whether it's through music or representation in media. Trust me on this, these artists are ones to watch, and we can't wait to see what they do next. Face it, darling, the future of entertainment is looking brighter than ever. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. First, we delve into the plight of the Curragh Plains in Ireland, a rare semi-natural grassland habitat facing severe challenges such as overgrazing and lack of management. Despite its importance for endangered species like the golden plover and lapwing, the area lacks adequate protection, prompting urgent calls for conservation action from local leaders. Next, we explore the biodiversity crisis in Phoenix Park, another Irish treasure where a centuries-old herd of fallow deer is impacting the ecosystem. Experts suggest that reducing the deer population could restore balance to the park's environment, but this proposal faces resistance due to the deer's historical and cultural significance. The challenge here is finding a solution that respects both conservation needs and public affection for these animals. Lastly, we discuss a startling discovery in Thailand where bat-borne viruses have been found in commercially sold bat guano fertilizer. While the identified strains are not harmful to humans, this finding underscores the importance of biosecurity measures to prevent potential disease transmission. It also highlights the need for sustainable practices that preserve ecological balance and minimize disruptions to bat habitats, recognizing the crucial role bats play in controlling insects and pollinating crops. These stories underscore the complexities of environmental conservation and the need for thoughtful, multifaceted approaches that consider both human interests and the well-being of our planet's diverse ecosystems. Join us as we explore these issues further and discuss what they mean for our collective future. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.